So Trinidad and Tobago, as we start off tonight, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has accepted the salary increase proposed by the Salary Review Commission, SRC, for the office of the Prime Minister. The increase will see his salary from $59,000 to $87,000. 47% increase. Not 4%, you know. Not 12%, you know. But 47% increase. I hope you all are feeling like some dunce-head idiot clown tonight. I hope to God that that is how all you're feeling. While Clown and Bird getting about maybe about 36% increase in his salary. I hope you all are comfortable. With all the property tax, all you have to pay. Speaking to the media during a post-cabinet media briefing on November 20th, Dr. Rowley said, I have accepted the work that they, the SRC, have done. He stated that the recommendation have come after work that he believes has been good work, and I am prepared to accept their work. Listen to this.
Well, I thought I just dealt with that. I'm saying that the body that has been asked to look at it in the widest possible context is the Salaries Review Commission. They have been asked to do that. So I don't see anybody asking them that. You're asking me. I am simply saying I have accepted the work that they have done. The recommendations have come after work that I believe has been good work, and I'm prepared to accept their work. And as far as I'm concerned, at the end of the story.
You think $87,000 is a fair salary?
No, I'm saying the work, whether it is fair or not, is not the point. Those who were given the assignment to do it, they have done it. These are the recommendations. I accept it without more on this occasion. That is all I'm saying.
So how all I feel tonight, pay them supporters, while you had to dig in your pocket deeper to pay property tax? How are you feeling tonight? 4% or go home with nothing? Tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, I will literally call you all clowns tonight. I will literally call you all clowns tonight. You know why? For far too long, I have been telling you all and showing you all, but you didn't listen. All I didn't want to hear. All I rather call it and say, Saieed, you're bashing PNM. While all you have to take 4% in all your tail, or either take nothing. The Prime Minister inherited 47% increase. I hope all you're happy tonight. When you go in the health centers, all you're sitting down for hours. All our loved ones dying, sitting down riding and can't get medication. But all you're okay with the Prime Minister. Where's all the labor unions tonight? Where are you all tonight? Congratulations to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. With a 47% increase in salary. So tomorrow, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, what would they say? Bump all your teeth. Or bump all your gum. Let all your tongue be waddling inside all your mouth now. Because you know why? You want to know why now? Very soon, the Revenue Authority will come on stream. And the way things getting hard, all you gonna lose all your TV, all you gonna lose all your fridge, all you gonna lose all your stove. You will lose down to the kettle where you're hot and water with inside your house. Again, from Real Talk Studios to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, congratulations. It's sad, you know. It's sad. A few years ago, Rowley called for his money, saying, his money don't sleep out. Listen to this.
I've told my lawyer to tell the parliament I want my money. I don't like my money to sleep out. I want my money.
So all the people who was clapping in the background, how are they feeling now that you gotta take your 4% and shut your damn mouth? How are they feeling? Good? While Dr. Keith Rowley just got an increase in his salary, he could buy 8 ham instead of 4. What part of the ham are you buying? What part of the ham are you buying? In Trinidad, we too rock back. $3.4 billion of all the taxpayers' money still missing. And not a union leader come together to pull hundreds of thousands of workers together to march the streets of Trinidad and Tobago demanding an answer for the $3.4 billion. But today, Finance Minister Klangenberg is telling you all is either you take the 4% or you go home with nothing. So where's the union leaders today? Where's the union leaders that were supporting the pilots and the teachers and the port workers? Where are them today? Poor fellas at the port had to go back to work because a judge tell them stop protesting. That same judge who told you all to stop protesting got an increase in their salary. So how is the port workers feeling today now? Today is a sad, sad day for Trinidad and Tobago. Really sad day. So while the port workers have to stop protesting and go back to work, the judges in Trinidad and Tobago are celebrating today. Members of Parliament are celebrating today. The SRC is celebrating today. The Commissioner of Police is celebrating today. While you, the citizens of this country, have to be careful how you're spending for this Christmas. Yeah? So again, I would say, congratulations to the Prime Minister and his team. Switching gears, behave or be deported. That was a blunt warning from opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar to delinquent Venezuelan migrant. Kamala stated that the government has failed to implement proper migrant policies. She added that Trinidad and Tobago citizens have been tremendously generous in accepting Venezuelan migrants over the last few years. They have been accepted in our schools, given free health care, pay no taxes on income, and therefore outcompete locals for a job as employees seek to cut labor costs. Listen to this.
You raised it about the Venezuelans. Is that what your concern? It is a concern of many people in Trinidad and Tobago. The government has failed to put in place any proper migrant policies. We have no proper migrant policies in place, and that is something we will look at. It cannot be that the Venezuelans have been given a home here. It cannot be not only are they given a home, they don't pay taxes, but they utilize the hospitals, they utilize our schools. Yes, we are bleeding hearts and we feel sorry, but there must be a proper migrant policy with respect to the Venezuelans. One, when you put us back into government, we will implement that policy, but that policy will have to be this, that the Venezuelans will have to prove, where were you working for the past 3 years? You have any pay slip, any company that you worked? Because if you were not working somewhere, how you living? Banditry? If we give you a home here, you have to prove that you're worthy to remain here and that you're not working against law-abiding citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Now I'll tell you something, On some things I would agree with her, on some things I won't. In the US, Donald Trump made it very clear that illegal immigrants will be sent back, whether you like it or not, will be sent back. I believe from January, 50 million immigrants in Canada will be deported from January 2025. Imagine that, The opposition leader said illegal Venezuelan migrants have a clear choice to make. Either peaceful law-abiding habitation in our country or deportation. There is no middle ground. She declared treaty first and warned delinquent Venezuelans to go back home if they could not behave in TNT. Listen to Kamala.
That is something people say, well, yes, trees migrate and go and we have to get help. You see what Trump is doing? If you don't behave yourself here, go back home. Go back home. Trees first. Safety first. Thank you very much.
So I believe Kamala would have taken out a page from Donald Trump message to the USA citizens. Nevertheless, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back from this break, we have lots more in store just for you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Coroni Savannah Road, Chagonas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid up front. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
So Trinidad and Tobago, persons of interest. Saieed Ali and his missing car. $10,000 is being rewarded to any citizen in Trinidad and Tobago, male or female, thief or no thief, police or no police, army or no army, Coast Guard or no Coast Guard. So I had to say it now. You don't think I get the message across? $10,000 if they could bring him or the car. $10,000. Imagine that, eh? That would do you good for Christmas, you know. Yep. Also, we have a beautiful young lady here. A beautiful young lady, but they say pretty face and dirty tricks. That's what they say. A pretty face and a dirty tricks. Pretty face and dirty tricks. That's what it is saying. Megan saying, I come in, and you can't reach yet. You coming from China? Hey, hear this, I enjoy myself doing this, you know. Serious. I enjoy myself doing this. Oh, Christmas coming, she up on the North Pole. So she coming down from the North Pole. I enjoy doing this. This gave me pleasure. You know why? Because when you wanted it, it gave me pleasure in giving it. You received it with pleasure. You understand? So now, what I say is with pleasure on my show, you should enjoy receiving it with pleasure also. Nevertheless, the longer you take, the longer I will do it. And the more people gonna know. But nevertheless, not my cup of tea to get a headache. Also, viewers, we have some equipment for sale. Some truck and excavator. Beautiful piece of equipment. Those of you looking to go in the heavy equipment industry, transport, wrecking, is the perfect truck. As I tell you every night, this is the perfect truck. You're wrecking from truck to car to bus with a 7-ton truck. Sliding bed. Also a crane, you're pulling from 2-3 miles away. Long cable. So you're getting the work, viewers. You're getting your work, money is paid up front, and you do your work. Also, we have an excavator for sale. Those of you interested, heavy equipment. It's a 306E, a new model excavator. This also has a grader blade in front, so you could grade the road while you're doing your construction, grading around properties. Is the perfect thing for you. Contact me, viewers, 339-1670, and we can set up an appointment and take it from there. Also, viewers, Real Talk is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Remember that we are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is doing that. Remember that. So as we go back to our program tonight, the Minister of National Security, Saieed Ali, is condemning the opposition leader, hardline, and his stance on the Venezuelan migrant, describe it as a cheap political strategy. Well, then again, if Kamala is cheap political strategy, well, then what Donald Trump is doing in the United States, Mr. Fitzgerald Hines, is cheap political strategies then. Or just to give you a little insight on the wall that Donald Trump was building and stopped, well, I believe the wall started back yesterday. Construction on the wall between the Mexican border started back yesterday. So, Fitzgerald Hines, you could get your act together. Get your act together. Because there are Venezuelans committing crime in Trinidad and Tobago. And that doesn't bother you. Because you have bodyguard which you work with, which we, the taxpayers, contribute to. So shut your damn mouth when you're talking about cheap political strategy. Donald Trump doing the same thing in the US. Canada is about to follow the same pattern. Hines, stay awake. Don't sleep. We know you like to sleep and thing. We know you like to dribble in the parliament. Keep your eyes open. Now, he said, it was dangerous to society with the potential to spread unwarranted hate and anger. Could somebody send Fitzgerald Hines a clip of Venezuelan committing crime in Trinidad and Tobago? Because apparently, the amount of time he's sleeping in Parliament, that he actually can't see what's taking place. So maybe if somebody could send him a clip, when he do get up from sleeping, he will be able to see it. Hines said the government already has a policy in place, and therefore the opposition leader is calling for something that is already existing. Wait, hold on. So this thing already existing, but you want to tell the public that Kamala is using a cheap political strategy then. Listen to Hines.
Her intervention now obviously aimed at scraping votes. Because as you would know, in previous commentaries, she was quite sympathetic to them. Everything she's saying now is contrary to what she had previously said, underscoring the fact that for political purposes, Kamala Persad-Bissessar would tell lies.
So Hines, let me ask you a question. On national television, maybe you can answer it on our Facebook page, or when you go in Parliament and you finish, or when you get up from sleeping in Parliament, you say there is a policy. Is the policy active in Trinidad and Tobago? If Kamala is using it as a cheap political strategy, has any police officer in Trinidad and Tobago hold Venezuelan immigrant for committing a crime? I'm not against the Venezuelan, you know, but I'm asking Hines a question on national television. When he finished sleeping in the Parliament and wakes up, he can answer the question. It's sad It's sad you're thinking like that. It's really sad. You should be in Donald Trump country. Did I kick you out of there? Trust me, that I kick you out of there. The minister believes that voting public will see through her strategy and that Kamala's position will instill hate and anger in society, even against those described as the lawful present Venezuelan migrants. Listen to Hines.
By politicizing a well-established policy that is in practice in this country, what she has also done is to generate hate and anger on the part of some people in Trinidad and Tobago towards the migrant community, including those who are lawfully registered and entitled on the government's policy to be here.
Hines, how you making yourself a clown, so boy? And tonight I have a right to call you boy. We understand that there are legally registered Venezuelans in the country. But what about the one who committing crime? What about those, Hines? You're blind, you're dumb, and you're deaf at the same time? Wake up. Wake up from sleeping in the parliament. Because trust me, if you was in the US, then I kick you out for making such a foolish statement. Just by saying that. Now, elaborating on how his government handled the migrant wave of 2018, Hines underscored that the government policy on Venezuelans, migrant, and migrant generally was well established. Meanwhile, political analyst Derek Ramsamuj strongly criticized Prasad Bisa's position on migrants, saying, politically in a society is not an all-fours game of playing Trump and everyone else following suit. Ramsamuj also questioned if the opposition leader was intent on breaking up families. I'll tell you this. In the you know how the present government love to use a statement such as other countries. They love to use a statement such as other countries. The Prime Minister loves to do that. The Minister of Finance loves to do that. As of January coming, every single migrant or undocumented migrant in the US will be heading back to the country. I believe it's over 11 billion people. As of January 2025, about 50 million undocumented migrants will be posted back to their country. Will be. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have a system that where Venezuelans are registered to work and stay. What caused Kamala to say that, and I'm not picking sides, the writing is the writing, is that Venezuelans are seen committing crime now. That is what caused Kamala Prasad Bisasa to say that. Same thing with the United States. Donald Trump is saying the undocumented people or immigrants, they are straining the economy. They are causing crime in the country. And to better the US, they are sending them back. Same thing in Canada as of January 2025. So we'll just wait and see. Crime is committed in Trinidad and Tobago by Venezuelan nationals also. Now the thing is, are they documented or are they undocumented? This is the problem here now. This is where the problem lies. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, there's lots more. Don't worry. This is Real Talk.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Report Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Become a member of Real Talk Credit Union, now located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Open a fixed deposit with Real Talk Investments and get 4% on interest with interest payment being paid upfront. Get in contact with us at 238-6716, 231-6219 or 339-1670. Real Talk Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited. Plant a seed today for a better tomorrow. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
So Trinidad and Tobago. I'll listen to this, Activist Sophia Leon is surprised by the opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessa's stance on Venezuelan migrants. Sophia described the statement as irresponsible, ignorant, and filled with hate. Listen to this.
This coming from the leader of the opposition, Kamala Persad-Bissessa, is extremely shocking indeed, even flabbergasting, I would say. It comes across as very ignorant and filled with hate.
So I want to ask Sophie, tonight, live on national television, there have been video clips of Venezuelan national circulating on social media. People complaining of being robbed by Venezuelan nationals in Trinidad and Tobago here, making reports. You hear it on the media, you see it printed in press. How do you feel, Sophie, when you hear it on the news? Now listen to me, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to let you understand something. Anyone involved in crime should be penalized. I don't care if you're from Trinidad I don't care if you're from Guyana and you're living in Trinidad. I don't care if you're from Jamaica and you're living in Trinidad. I don't care if you're from Venezuela and you're living in Trinidad. I don't care if you come from the US and you're living in Trinidad. I don't care what the hell part of the world you come from and you're living in Trinidad. Once you do the crime, make up your mind to be caught and do the time. So I want to ask Sophie now, when she hear it on the news that a Venezuelan national committed a crime in Trinidad, how do you feel? How do you feel? I'd be like, but what the hell by a Venezuelan? If a Jamaican do, I'd be like, but what the hell by a Jamaican? You come in Trinidad, you're committing a crime in our next country. If a white man come in Trinidad and commit a crime, I'd be like, but what the hell? You leave your country to come quite here to commit a crime? So Sophie, how do you feel? When Donald Trump said it, did he say it with hate? When it is implemented in January coming, that's hate. When Canada started from January coming, 50 million undocumented. Is that hate, Sophie? Because when a Trinidad national commit crime in Trinidad, I just be like, why the hell is the neighborhood harboring a criminal? That is me. Where the hell is the police? That is Saieed. So you find it now irresponsible that the opposition leader said that. Fitzgerald Hines find it irresponsible that the opposition leader said. But the thing is, are you all fixing the bloody hell situation? No, you ain't fixing it. None of you are fixing it. None of you are fixing it. But the opposition make a statement, it hampering all you. Let me tell you something. Go back to the blasted drawing board. Hines, go back to the blasted drawing board. Sophie, go back to the blasted drawing boards. Call her good night.
Yes, sorry, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saeed, concerning what the opposition leader said, right? I don't see no problem with what the woman said, you know.
It have no problem in it.
She making complete sense, you know.
Exactly.
Because the people in this country, they are a burden to we country right now. Because ask yourself, and you can ask anybody on the ground side who does go to any health institution, how much Venezuelans they see there, and ask them if they just get called in front of them, and how the services look between them and the Venezuelans. You must find out, you must just ask a few people on the ground, just to find out what it is going on. And let me tell you something, right? Fitzgerald Hines saying that he has registered Venezuelans in Trinidad, right? Them have 15 or 16,000 people registered, and it's 500,000 of them in Trinidad. Let me be real.
Yes.
Let me be real. So how much of them is illegal in the country and they're committing real crimes in the country? I don't see nothing wrong with what you want to say. Basically, everybody just wants to jump on this political train. Every time the opposition leader says something and people don't like it, let me tell you something. Anybody can tell you in this country, crime is a business. Crime have real money. Anybody can tell you that from the top comes straight down to the bottom. And let me tell you something, right? You see everything she said there, everything makes sense. And she's hitting the nail on the head. And you see this Sophia activist person, let me tell you something. You can't expect a free ride for your people in this country, you know. People that are coming here, if they work in the system, they had to pay all the taxes, pay the NIS. All these things she's talking about. She's not just talking about the crime. She's talking about contributing back to
exactly.
society. But people not understanding that. And let me tell you something, right? They want to talk about politicizing things. Who it is pull that commissioner from the bottom of the list and handpick she to be the commissioner police. That was not political move. Who put Fitzgerald Hines there? That was not political move. He had no experience being a national security minister, but they put he there. That was not political move. But every time the opposition come out and say something, everybody just wants to ride the woman back and say, oh, she's talking this and she's talking that and all kind of thing. But the woman talking damn sense.
Correct.
People need to wake up in this country. So you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. Look, since last week, Since last week, we started our food drive, right? Let me tell you something. Let me say we give 100 people. Out of 100 people, 30 is illegal immigrants. Me asking you, I'm telling you. I'm not asking, I am telling. Do I hold back from giving them? No, I don't. I give it to them freely. Is Sophie giving out anything? Is Fitzgerald giving anything? So I want to ask Sophie now, since she's a Venezuelan activist in Trinidad and Tobago, if you are robbed by a Venezuelan while being an activist in Trinidad, what are you going to do? What you going to do, Sophie? You wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't go against your own people. But I will tell you this, as long as you commit a damn crime in Trinidad and Tobago, prepare to do the damn time. Whether you're local or not. And that's the law of the land. That is the law of the land. Whether you're legally here or you're unlegally here, that is the law of the land. What do you think Trump do? Why Sophia go by Trump? Why Sophia go and tell Trump that ignorance? You know what Trump say? It is causing a strain on the economy. Trump come out and said a Venezuelan national shot a white police. And he decided to stand up back. You're coming, you're working, all well and good. You want to commit crime? No, find yourself back. Find yourself back. You see, what we're not understanding in this country, crime is not a race. And that is the problem we have. Crime is not a race. As long as it's a human being and you're committing a crime, it's crime. It is crime. Call a good night.
Mr. Saieed, great program as usual, and you are bringing so much awareness to the citizens of this country. You are champion of the cause of the citizens of this country, and I will agree with the opposition leader because let me explain a few things, and I hope this will wake up the citizens of the country also. Now, what is happening, why people will oppose this is because there's a mafia, there's a big mafia operating in this country, bringing the Venezuela, that is US money, they have to pay to come in here, they pay individuals that money, and police officers have a big mafia organization with the Venice, and I can tell you right in the St. Julian Village, Princeton area, there are several bars that are run by police officers, and these migrants, Venezuelan girls, in the bar, they are running the bar actually on behalf of the police officers. And I am telling you, they are lawless because they come here with the bad behavior, liming all night, cussing, fighting in the morning until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And I tell you that happening during the week, on weekends, and people near to the bar, I tell you, they're living in hell. When you call the police, some police, they're not responding. You're calling them and talking about noise, and they're not responding. And several bars, they're parking their vehicles in blocking one of the lane on the main road, the Navarma Road, and so on. And you telling me that happening day and night, and nobody is responding? No, man. They have to go back to Venezuela. They overstayed the time, and they're wreaking havoc in this country. And I support the opposition leader because those who condemning that, they're supporting wrongdoings, and they're part of the mafia in this country. Mr. Said, you keep up the great work, man. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So, before we go on this break, listen to this. Now, I just support the immigrants here, the Venezuelans here. They get food from us. We understand there's hardship in the country. They come across here, we just give them hampers, right? Last week we did a hamper drive. 30 out of 100 of Venezuelan national. We didn't run them, we give them. Freely we give them. We having a drive this week again, freely they get in. Straight up until Christmas. Now, coordinator for the Migrant Support Group, listen good, Coordinator for the Migrant Support Group, Andrew Ramnarayan, supported Prasad business stance, adding, that any migrant who support committing crime, whether here legally or illegally, should be deported. Listen to this.
The adjective illegal should be removed because legal as well as illegal are perpetrators of crime. Even stronger measures need to be put as far as border controls are concerned. This is why I'm working with the children, to make sure that we don't create a generation to come who are also perpetrators of crime.
This coming from the leader of the opposition, Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
Now Trinidad and Tobago, understand this. Angie Ramnarine is a migrant supporter. That's who she is. She is a migrant supporter. You see it? Angie Ramnaran, migrant supporter. She's supporting the migrant. I support the migrants, illegal Venezuelans, by giving them food to live, to survive, to make ends meet. Now, put up the picture of the next one. The picture of the other one.
This coming from
She
the
is a
leader
Venezuelan activist. Is she supporting? She's an activist. So there's a difference. One is an activist and one supporting. If she living in Trinidad, did a Venezuelan national ever rob her? Because press have been printed Venezuelan national committing crime. Every station carrying a news briefing, Venezuelan national committing crime, all over the country has seen it. So I want to ask the activists, is it okay for Venezuelan national to commit crime on a daily basis? Because I will tell you something. If the Trinidadian nationals committing crime, I will tell the police, gun them to hell down. That is what I will do. Tell the police to gun down the Trinidad and Tobago nationals for committing a crime. You see, the writing is the writing, and not everybody can support what I said, you know. I don't care if you're black or you're white, you know, you support crime, that is it. Is it either you go to jail or you go back where you come from? One out of the two. But to stand here, knowing I willfully just give Venezuelans food and help them out, if you commit a crime, trust me, I'm sending you back, you know. Yeah, trust me. You're going back. I have nothing against them, nothing against them. You're coming illegal, you get a little work, all well and good. But from the time you start going on the crime pathway, that's where we go fall out. That's where we go fall out. And the activists supposed to understand, if your people in our country, teach them to work rather than commit crime. I just support the Venezuelans right here. Right here in Trinidad, right here in Shogunas, in the South Office. We just support them. We're not against them. They are a human being. But you see crime? Nah, you're talking something different. You're talking about robbing me. You're talking about stealing from me. You're talking about kidnapping me. You're talking about I can't trust you wrong. I can't trust you wrong, man. Come on, activists. Come on, Sophia. If you have a brain in your head, let the correct cells start clicking. Call a good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed and viewers. I just want to make a quick comment. I was very aghast when I saw the news earlier on and saw the Prime Minister saying that the Cabinet has accepted the recommendation of the SRC.
Yes.
Now, basically, there are widespread comments that the Prime Minister and his ministers are failing in many areas in management in Trinidad, such as the crime situation is out of control, the foreign exchange distribution and management is terrible. You know, the economy, in terms of managing the economy, is terrible, and these people are getting an increase in salary for failing in terms of all these areas. So what message it sends to government workers?
Correct.
Forget about performance appraisal. Forget about reporting in terms of performance and things, and just give people the increase. That is the message it sends to the countryside.
Yes.
What they getting an increase for?
Failing.
They have no performance appraisal where they're concerned. And who are these people in the Salaries Reviews Commission? Check them out. Are they related in any way to the people who are on the list who are eligible for salaries? Is there a conflict of interest? Anybody checking these things? I mean, look at hundreds of thousands of people below the poverty line side.
Yes.
And you telling me about these people going to give themselves another 5,000, you know?
No.
Not a 5,000 increase, you know?
No.
You're looking at exorbitant increases. Running to back pay of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Millions.
I mean, what else the population want to see? What else PNM reporters want to see to make a sensible decision on election day side? How much more the population could take? How much?
They're taking. Thank you, my friend. The population taking, man. When they start to bite boulders, then they're going to realize how hard it is. That is why I said in a previous program, the SRC, when they turn a blind eye, they should really get blind. They should get blind. I'm not apologizing for that. I am not going to apologize for that. If they turn in a deaf ear, they should get stunt deaf. I know to make it happen, you know. I know to make it happen, you know. But is the population seeing what is taking place? Is the trade union leaders seeing what is taking place? Klongibo said, is it all take all the 4% all go home without any? The port workers was ordered to stop protesting and go back to work. The judge got an increase while the port worker had to stop protesting. That makes sense? This is where we are. You will get a prize for not performing. And you will get stop protesting and go back to work. You will get your rights taken away. What the judge did is a demonstration of your rights being stopped. That's what the judge did. But the judge didn't realize that. All the judge care about is that the port start back to work. But the judge just got increased there now. How the port workers feeling? Where's the union leaders? The one who could gather a mass protest. Where are they? They're sipping their coffee in the gallery and watching Real Talk. It's sad all like this. It's sad. But nevertheless. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, put anklet bracelet on all lawbreakers to reduce crime. Kola, good night.
Hi, good night. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yeah. Sorry, you go ahead with your break. I'll call back.
No, that's okay. You're done here.
Oh, Saeed. Keith Rowley is a farmer. He knows how to milk the cow.
Exactly.
And that is what he is doing. He's milking the cow till it bleeds, while poor people can't even get the basic. Thank you very much.
That is why I congratulated Keith Rowley. That is why I congratulated Keith Rowley when my program starts. Because nobody to oppose him. Absolutely nobody. I believe as of this afternoon, Fitzgerald Hines is going to give up his position in Lavantil. Yeah. Fitzgerald Hines is not going back to be re-elected for Lavantil in the general election coming. They don't want him. I believe the ladies league and the PNM ladies leagues in Lavantil, I believe they don't want him. He did absolutely nothing for them. Imagine that stronghold now standing up against Hines. They don't want him. Hines had no other choice but to say, you know what? I ain't going up next year. There wasn't voting in. Trinidad and Tobago is really sad, you know. Listen to me closely. You see the property tax that all are running to pay? When the JEP start to sting all you, I hope all you go deal with the JEP bite, you know. Because when revenue authority come on stream, let me tell you something. You're going to hold your head and bawl. Trust me, I know what is in the making. That's the reason why I am warning you all. I've been telling you all this from the time they started. Property tax is not a law in Trinidad and Tobago. It is not a legislation in Trinidad and Tobago. It has not been implemented in Trinidad and Tobago. But we, the duncy head citizens of this country, get bruised by clogging boats, and we're running going to make up the 50% threshold to get it passed. When it becomes law, let me tell you something. I will watch many of you lose all their property. And I will clap for you while you're losing it. Trust me, I will laugh. You know why? I have been telling you and telling you and telling you. Property tax has not been implemented in Trinidad and Tobago. It is not a law. It is not a legislation. It is not implemented. You know why implemented in Trinidad? The hard-headed Trinbagonians people. That is what has been implemented in Trinidad. The hard-headed Trinbagonians on them. You think, let me tell you something. I just tell you night after night, I am not paying property tax. I am not going to do it. But I will clap for those who the government will be seizing their property. Because a lack of knowledge, we will perish. But to be honest, only I'm lacking no knowledge because I'm telling all about it. I'm telling all about it. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. It has given me great pleasure to come here, you know. To educate you, the citizens who do not know. It has given me joy to come here and to explain certain things to you all. For instance, property tax not implemented. So don't rush and go to pay it because you're digging a hole for yourself and your children. So viewers, I am Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed. Enjoy your night. Good night.